What ancient secrets did Tibetan quantum masters encode in their meditation techniques that could reverse our planet's accelerating entropy collapse? And how might their consciousness-altering practices hold the key to humanity's survival in an age of ecological breakdown? As our biosphere teeters on the edge of thermodynamic chaos, with atmospheric carbon levels reaching 421 parts per million and biodiversity collapse accelerating at unprecedented rates, we stand at a critical juncture where ancient wisdom and quantum science converge into a singular survival imperative 123. The survival matrix indicates that we have less than 7 years before crossing irreversible climate tipping points. Yet hidden within the meditation halls of remote Himalayan monasteries lies a technology more advanced than our most sophisticated quantum computers, the human consciousness itself, trained through techniques that mirror the fundamental laws governing our universe's quantum field 12. Tonight we journey into the mystical realm where Tibetan masters discovered what modern quantum physicists are only now beginning to understand: that consciousness and reality are not separate phenomena, but interconnected aspects of a single, unified field that responds to trained awareness like matter responds to gravity. 13. Revelation 1. The Quantum Buddha's Prophecy. In the 8th century, as glacial ice still crowned our planet's polar regions and carbon dioxide levels maintain their natural 280 parts per million equilibrium, a luminous being emerged from the quantum foam of pure potential. Padmasambhava, known as Guru Rinpoche, manifested what ancient texts describe as the 8 quantum emanations, each corresponding to what modern physics now recognizes as the 8 fundamental forces governing quantum field interactions. 2. The survival probability calculations show that Guru Rinpoche's teachings weren't merely spiritual philosophy, but encoded instructions for consciousness manipulation at the quantum level. His 8 manifestations from Tsoki Dorje, the lake-born Vajra representing wave-particle duality, to Dorje Drolo, the wild, wrathful Vajra embodying quantum uncertainty, provided a complete manual for navigating reality's malleable nature. 2. As our planet's magnetic field weakens by 5% per decade and solar radiation penetrates deeper into our atmosphere, these ancient quantum protocols become not just enlightenment tools, but survival technologies. The Tibetan masters understood that consciousness, trained through specific vibrational frequencies, could influence the quantum substrate from which physical reality emerges. 23. Revelation 2. Dzogchen and the thermodynamic equilibrium of awareness. Deep within the snow-capped monasteries of Tibet, advanced practitioners of Dzogchen meditation discovered what they called the grand luminosity of primordial awareness, a state modern quantum mechanics describes as zero-point energy fluctuations within the quantum vacuum. 1. Master Longchenpa's ancient words echo with startling precision the language of contemporary physics. In the unborn expanse, the nature of phenomena, there is neither object nor subject, neither confusion nor enlightenment. The grand luminosity of primordial awareness illuminates all, like the radiant light of the sun. 1. Extinction probability calculations reveal that as our planet's biodiversity collapses at rates 1,000 times faster than natural background extinction, the Dzogchen practitioners accessed a field of infinite potentiality that exists beyond the entropy acceleration consuming our biosphere. This isn't mere meditation, it's consciousness engineering at the quantum level. 13. The luminous clarity they achieved represents a state of perfect thermodynamic equilibrium, where the mind's energy consumption drops to near zero while maintaining maximum awareness. In our current ecological crisis, where every calorie and every breath carries the weight of planetary survival, These efficiency-maximizing consciousness states become essential technologies. 1. Revelation 3 Mahamudra and the entanglement of all phenomena. The Mahamudra masters penetrated even deeper into reality's quantum architecture, discovering what they called the space-like nature of mind, a description that perfectly mirrors quantum field theory's understanding of non-local entanglement. 13. Master Gampopa's teachings reveal the crucial insight. When mind recognizes mind, the train of discursive and conceptual thought comes to a halt, and the space-like nature of mind dawns. This luminous clarity is the essence of Mahamudra. 1. Modern quantum physics confirms that all particles in our universe were compressed into an infinitely small point during the Big Bang, meaning every atom in your body remains quantum entangled with every other particle across the cosmos. The Mahamudra practitioners learned to consciously access this universal entanglement network. 3. As atmospheric carbon dioxide levels surge past 421 parts per million, and our planet's climate systems destabilize, the ability to perceive and influence reality through quantum entanglement becomes a survival skill. The ancient sages understood that consciousness, properly trained, could tap into the interconnected web of existence itself. 13. Revelation 4. The Gamma Wave Coherence Protocol. Recent scientific studies measuring the brain activity of advanced Tibetan Buddhist meditators revealed something extraordinary. Their neural networks generate sustained gamma wave coherence at frequencies between 25 to 42 Hz during compassion meditation. 4. This isn't just interesting neuroscience, it's a biological survival adaptation. The survival matrix indicates that gamma wave coherence enhances neural integration by up to 400%, creating what researchers call temporal integrative mechanisms that allow the brain to process multiple data streams simultaneously. In an era where humanity faces cascading environmental crises requiring rapid cognitive adaptation, these enhanced processing capabilities become essential. For the Tibetan masters developed specific techniques to induce gamma coherence through what they called compassion towards suffering, a practice that generates measurable increases in neural synchronization. As our planet's suffering accelerates through mass extinction events and ecosystem collapse, the capacity to maintain coherent awareness while processing overwhelming environmental data becomes a critical survival skill. For these gamma-coherent brain states persist even after meditation sessions end, suggesting that advanced practitioners develop permanent neural modifications that enhance their ability to navigate complex, rapidly changing environments. 4. Revelation 5. The 6 Hz Theta quantum resonance. Hidden within the esoteric practices of Tibetan Buddhism lies a frequency technology that modern science is only beginning to understand. The deliberate induction of 6 Hz theta brainwave states through what practitioners call the quantum miracle formula. 5. Theta waves at 6 Hz represent the brain's natural healing frequency, corresponding to the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic frequency of Earth's ionosphere. As our planet's magnetic field weakens and cosmic radiation increases, maintaining resonance with Earth's natural frequency becomes crucial for biological stability. 5. The ancient practitioners discovered that consciousness oscillating at 6 Hz creates what modern physics recognizes as scalar wave patterns, standing waves that exist independently of space and time. These scalar waves can influence quantum fields directly, allowing trained awareness to impact reality at the most fundamental level. 5. Survival calculations show that as environmental stressors increase and our nervous systems face unprecedented challenges, the ability to rapidly induce theta states for cellular repair and stress recovery becomes essential for physical and mental resilience. 5. Revelation 6. the emptiness field and quantum vacuum fluctuations. The Buddhist concept of sunyata, or emptiness, provides a precise description of what quantum physics calls the zero-point field, the quantum vacuum from which all matter and energy spontaneously emerge. 3. This isn't philosophical speculation. It's a practical map of reality's fundamental architecture. According to Buddhist teachings, everything you perceive arises from and returns to an empty ground of infinite potentiality. Quantum field theory confirms that the quantum vacuum contains infinite energy potential, with virtual particles constantly appearing and disappearing in compliance with Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. 3. The ecological implications are staggering. As our planet's entropy accelerates through climate change and biodiversity loss, accessing the infinite creative potential of the quantum vacuum becomes humanity's ultimate survival strategy. The ancient masters learned to consciously interface with this field of unlimited possibility. 3. The dependent arising principle, called praditya samutpada in Sanskrit, describes the same interconnected reality that quantum entanglement reveals. All phenomena exist in relationship. With no independent existence, this understanding becomes crucial as we recognize that human survival depends entirely on maintaining the web of ecological relationships that sustain planetary life. 3. Revelation 7. The Jhana states and altered consciousness survival protocols. Advanced Tibetan practitioners developed systematic methods for achieving what they called the Jhana states, altered states of consciousness that provide access to enhanced cognitive and perceptual abilities essential for survival in extreme conditions. 6. The first jhana involves withdrawing attention from sensory input while maintaining focused awareness, a state that conserves neural energy by up to 40% while enhancing pattern recognition abilities. As resource scarcity increases and environmental unpredictability challenges human adaptation, these energy-efficient consciousness states become survival technologies. 6. The higher jhanas involve progressively deeper states of absorbed awareness, culminating in what practitioners describe as the cessation of ordinary perception and the arising of extraordinary abilities. Modern neuroscience confirms that these states involve profound alterations in brain wave patterns and neurotransmitter production. 6. The survival matrix indicates that humans entering prolonged environmental crisis will require enhanced intuitive abilities, stress resilience, and cognitive flexibility. The jhana states provide systematic training protocols for developing these enhanced capabilities. 6. Revelation 8. The Bardo navigation system, perhaps the most crucial survival technology hidden within Tibetan Buddhism, is the Bardo training systematic preparation for navigating transitional states of consciousness that occur not only at death, but during any major life transition too. The Tibetan word Bardo means gap or interval, the quantum space between one state and another where infinite possibilities exist. As humanity faces the ultimate Bardo of species survival, these navigation protocols become essential wisdom too. The Bardo teachings describe reality as a series of quantum transitions where consciousness moves between different probability states. The trained practitioner learns to maintain awareness during these transitions, gaining the ability to influence which probability becomes manifest too. Climate tipping points represent planetary bardos, transition zones where small changes in consciousness and behavior can determine whether humanity enters a timeline of ecological collapse or planetary regeneration. The ancient masters developed precise techniques for navigating these critical choice points too. Revelation 9. The Tantric transformation of base reality. Tibetan Tantra reveals the ultimate quantum secret: Reality is not fixed but continuously created through the interaction between consciousness and the quantum field. This understanding transforms the ecological crisis from an inevitable catastrophe into a malleable situation that can be influenced through properly applied awareness too. The Tantric principle of transformation states that any energy pattern, no matter how destructive, can be converted into wisdom and compassion through skillful means. This applies directly to the massive energies currently destabilizing our climate system. These same energies can be channeled toward planetary healing too. The survival probability calculations show that humanity's fate depends not just on technological solutions, but on a fundamental shift in consciousness that recognizes the creative power of trained awareness. The Tantric masters provided detailed instructions for this consciousness transformation too. The deity yoga practices of Tibetan Buddhism train practitioners to visualize themselves as enlightened beings capable of manifesting beneficial realities. This isn't fantasy. It's practical training in quantum reality creation through focused intention and clear visualization too. Revelation 10. The Dzogchen leap into planetary consciousness. The highest teachings of Dzogchen point toward the ultimate quantum leap. The recognition that individual consciousness and planetary consciousness are not separate phenomena, but aspects of a single unified awareness field one. The Dzogchen teachings describe the Rigpa or pure awareness that underlies all experiences, the quantum consciousness substrate from which both personal identity and planetary systems emerge. Accessing this level of awareness provides the perspective and power necessary for planetary healing one. Advanced Dzogchen practitioners report experiences of consciousness expansion that encompass entire ecosystems, mountain ranges, and weather patterns. This isn't mystical hyperbole. It's practical training in the expanded awareness needed to address planetary-scale challenges one. The survival matrix reveals that humanity's evolution into a planetary consciousness represents our species' only viable adaptation to the ecological crisis. The Dzogchen masters provided the instruction manual for this consciousness upgrade one. As the final revelation unfolds, we stand at the threshold between two realities. One where humanity remains unconscious and slides into ecological collapse, and another where we awaken to our quantum potential and become conscious participants in planetary evolution. The ancient Tibetan masters encoded within their meditation techniques not just personal enlightenment practices, but survival technologies for navigating the greatest transition in human history. Their quantum consciousness protocols offer more than spiritual awakening. They provide the awareness tools necessary for species survival. The thermodynamic equations are clear. Entropy acceleration continues unchecked, or consciousness evolution reverses the tide. The meditation techniques of the Tibetan quantum masters hold the keys to this reversal, combining ancient wisdom with quantum precision to create the most advanced consciousness technology our species has ever developed. The choice remains quantum superposition until observed and collapsed into actuality through our collective decision. Will we remain unconscious observers of our own extinction? Or will we awaken as quantum shamans, wielding the consciousness technologies that can heal our planet and secure our future? The monastery bells ring across the Himalayas, their vibrations carrying the quantum frequencies of awakening. The masters await our response. The planet holds its breath. The quantum field shimmers with infinite possibility. The time for awakening is now. The survival of everything depends on it.